Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack, Chicago's finest. What's up, people? Man, I apologize about the tardiness, man. Had a lot going on, man. So, holidays and shit, you know how it go. Schedule was off a little bit. But man, we gotta do what he gotta do. Let's get it. Whoa, 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 man. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack, Chicago's finest, man. What's up, people, man? I totally apologize about, man, the scheduling, man. It was a hectic day, a lot going on, man. The holidays and family shit, and it's, man, so definitely my apologies. I hope I get some people to come in this time. I hope they just see me and tap in with your boy. But man, Blue, how you doing, babe? Man, good to see you, man. Always appreciate you. Nothing but love all the time, For real, for real. Man, but this one here, man, it's I had this one on the brain because Blue, you probably remember. I had like about a probably I don't even know how long ago. I had this like YouTube stalker making all kind of, you know, different crazy type of, videos and novels and Dr. Seuss books about me like 2, 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? And for some strange reason, I had one of those get sent to me by one of the brothers, and they wound up sending it to me out of the blue. Somebody's, verbally attacking Yak. And it's like, man, that's kind of crazy to me. It's like, man, I don't do nothing except, man, Ronan, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, you already know that fucking nut. But out of the blue, for some reason, Yak got I'm assuming my name was in the algorithms or something. Cause out of the blue, I got one of them videos posted talking about who I'm not, what I am, and these motherfuckers that don't, you know what I mean? This person don't know me from Adam, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, it's kind of crazy to me. But it's like, yes. I ain't gonna, yes. I can't really get in on that because it's, man, that's irrelevant to me because, man, can't nobody move me that don't know me or, man, ain't even worthy of knowing me, to be honest. You know what I mean? That ain't no cocky shit for real. The best thing to do is ignore that deranged thing. Man, you already know it, Blue. It's like, man, I ain't never spoke on it, and I'm not even about to speak on it now to a degree. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, my thing is, you will have somebody just like come and tell you who you supposed to be. How can somebody even create a character about somebody that they don't know? You know what I'm saying? But at one time, I could pull up footage where I was the best thing since sliced bread from the same individual. I had the pom-pom cheerleader squad and everything. I mean, the head of the class. They was head of the class for the Yak on the Yak train. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, when I take a step back, like, man, some of the energy is not the energy that I like, you know what I mean, involving myself with. That turned into a deranged, you know what I'm saying? It's supposedly exposing Yak, and I'm like, man, come on, you can't do nothing to me to, you know what I'm saying, to make me respond to somebody that don't. You'll never know about nobody in real time and in real life that know me will ever come on here and violate me, say anything about me is fraudulent, say anything about me is phony. So that type shit is funny to me. But I kind of address it because it irritates my wife. You know what I mean? Because man, I always let the wife know, man, you see this? She ain't gonna never get no curveball through it and some come hit her in the back of her head that she don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I can avoid it. Real recognize real. Trust, you're one of the realistic brothers on this app. Man, I appreciate that, sis. I really do. Yeah, Blue, remember me from Tennessee, China. I really appreciate that. Cause man, I try to. It's like, man, I don't come on here doing no extra nothing. I don't come on here trying to sell myself. I don't come on here trying to make myself be bigger than anything that I am. But it's like, man, I refuse to sit back and let anybody try to make me smaller than what I am also. Because you can't, you know what I mean? I don't even, for some of the things, yeah, you make it look, man, I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really appreciate it. Because it's like, man, I have not yet written anything down. Nothing has been scripted. I don't like to sound like something like it's choreographed and none of that. I mean, I get something on the brain and I just let it flow. Because most of it is just like, man, Tay East, man, what's up, sis? How you doing, man? Appreciate you. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Hope everybody's bellies got real full. Anyone who believes anything that nut says is sicker than her, man, for real. And it's like, my thing is like, I listened to about 3 minutes of it. And like the first 3 minutes is telling I'm not from Chicago. Organizations is not this and not that. And I'm like, damn. I've never went into the crevice of like anything that I do or have done. I don't glamorize that type of. I'm not out here cheerleading for foolishness in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And only time I even get into in depth about anything I did is if I'm getting interviewed or if it's a certain subject matter or something like that. You know me, Blue. I don't get on here, you know what I mean, gassing myself up. I don't do that because I'm comfortable with me. Yeah, we from the same area. Man, Ron, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nate, what up, brother? Salute, bro, blessing to man. Same to you. It's like, man, I don't get on here trying to glamorize nothing I've done before. I take my shots if I've done something that I feel like was some suckerish, I let it be known, man, that was some sucker shit I did. But I also don't overpump or overcompensate the things that I've gotten away with, the things that I've been successful at. I don't promote it and pump it to these kids' head. I'm on here for therapy for myself as well as hoping somebody can miss them potholes and them brick walls that I had to go through. That's why I got all these doohickeys on my forehead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm like, damn, this person is putting out all these type of characteristics of it, and it's not me. I'm like, how the fuck, how can your brain even work in overtime like that to even come up with? I'm like, I call them Dr. Seuss novels. I'm like, this motherfucker could actually be a great writer if she channeled that energy in a proper fashion. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, shit is crazy. Hey, dang, I'm gonna need a wrench. I got you back, man. I got you, man. I got you right after this. You know, I'm still willing to deal. Man, I'm an old head for real, man. I'm still in technology. I'm just learning all this shit, man. And it's a damn shame. That Blue, and that's another thing. She said, if he'd have stayed with me, he would already be monetized. I'm not on here for no money. I'm not on here. If I get monetized, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Lord. But that's not my end game. That's not my goal. None of that. I ain't on here for no money. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here to meet some like-minded people. I'm on here to try to share some wisdom. I'm on here to try to tell my truth because it is my truth. And I don't make up nothing I say on here. I don't add nothing to it. I don't make it spicier. You know what I mean? To be totally honest, I downplay it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I downplay it. Let me get some of this. Nate Van, we've been here with Jack as the judge. Man, I appreciate it. Jack, you know, you and I are on the same page with a lot of things. So, you know, I already know, Blue, you know, you, man, day one, and I appreciate you. Never take it for granted. For real. Tay each. Jack won though, with a great attitude. Cause I appreciate that, man. It's like, man, I ain't new to this. It's like, man, you know, man, yesterday, man, woo, on it, man. Man, I'm a half a century, man. It's a blessing. I'm 50, man. That's why I'm like, how can how can somebody and she telling me I should take notes from this person or that. How am I gonna listen to somebody that's to be totally honest, not as witty as me, not as sharp as me, definitely not as intelligent as I am, and that's not down to nobody. I don't have to follow nobody's pattern. I don't have to follow nobody's suit. Can't nobody get on here and tell me you don't go over here because I don't like them. You don't go over there because I don't play them type of games. I'm not a kid. I don't follow suit with nobody. If I rock with you, I'm gonna rock to the end with you. If I rock with you and you don't rock with him, he can't talk to me about you. You can't talk to me about him. I don't play them games. That's why my name never get caught up in none of this fuckery on here. Cause I don't even play around like that. I don't know how to play fight. I keep stressing it. I do not know how to play fight. So I'm not gonna sit on here like I'm playing tag with nobody, man. Like, come on, yo. So it's like, man, my old man, that Monique here, man. How you doing? How you doing, sis? I appreciate you. Yeah, 50, man. No, Rona, 50 is a beautiful thing. It's like, man, I've done enough. Say, Ron, yeah, go up, man. On that music, that's what I do, man. That's my first love. That was my passion for, man, many a years. And that, to be totally honest, the music is what saved me from going too far left or too far right in the streets or winding myself up in jail or in the cemetery. Because no matter what I did, even if it was illegal or not, I only went so far with it. I never tried to be the biggest hustler. I never tried to be the biggest gangster because my end game was always to try to, if I was trying to make money in the streets, it was to make money so I could legally open a studio, legally open a production company, legally open a record label, stuff like that. So my goal wasn't to be the biggest hustler. My goal was to use hustling to evolve my talent, to use hustling to evolve my passion. You know what I'm saying? So she got on here. How can you bash a brother for not being a penitentiary brother? I'm not mad that I didn't do no whole bunch of penitentiary time. How am I getting slandered because how can you slander somebody because they don't have jail stories? That's the most insane shit to me that I've ever, like, you gonna slander me because I don't have jail stories? Because he can't be real. He hasn't did any jail time. No. And what do I push? The end game does not have to be penitentiary or death. I'm a living witness to it. I'm living proof that it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? And I'm like, she's slandering me because I can't be where I'm from. I can't have done the things that my story and my music and shit tells, because my music tells my story. You might hear me on one song talking about hustling in the streets, because that's what I was doing at that time in my life. You might hear me on another song telling brothers how to get your full 1K and your IR, you know what I mean? Get all your chips lined up in order legally, because that's what I was doing at that time in my life, and always wrote about whatever I was doing in my life. You might hear me on another song talking about putting a bunch of notches on my belt, having about 10 dime pieces, 4 bunnies, and et cetera, because that's when I was playing the field and my arm was hella strong at that time in my life. So whatever I was doing, that's what my music, I couldn't make a song to make a song and so-called make a hit. I never knew how to do that shit. I can't fantasize about what I want to rap about. I never knew how to do that. That I never could dumb myself down. I didn't know how to do that. It probably was that's one of the reasons I never made it as big as I could have, because I couldn't. I've had a few people. I did it one time, and it was the corniest fucking record I've ever done, where I intentionally went in to make a radio song. That shit was the cornballest fucking song I was embarrassed. The hell with embarrassed. I was embarrassed and they was going crazy. Oh my goodness, it's the best thing. Oh my, that shit was trash. Trash. And I vowed, me and my brother vowed from that day forward, we would never allow anybody to dictate what type of song we made, what type of music we used, what type of concept we did. That was the one time and one time only, and that was it. So I couldn't play the game. I didn't know I couldn't play the game, and I wasn't with selling myself, soul and or body, mind, none of that. I couldn't go. So I wasn't a talent-wise, I could have competed with the best of them. Mentally, I was too militant. I was too stand-up. I was too firm. And I had too many morals for the industry to open its doors for me. You know what I'm saying? And I know this. Nobody have to believe it. Nobody have to understand it. But I know the actual facts of this shit. I'm a spiritual dude. I'm not a religious guy, but I'm a very spiritual guy. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that I couldn't just take in the name of making it with the music. Man, that was my passion. That was my first love. I loved music before I loved any woman. And at times I loved music more than I loved my kids unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it, man, that was my everything. But when I got my foot in the door, the things that they wanted me to start doing and trying to mold me into this, how I should, man, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to come out and have somebody else's face on or come out and have somebody else's mindset on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do that. I don't play that game good. So it was like, man, it was a tug of war. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, that's the reason because I still to this day, I said and I stand on it. My catalog will stand up against pretty much anybody, and I'm not leaving nobody off the fucking list. You know what I'm saying? Man, we can go for it. And if you listen song for song, track for track, line for line, ain't too many gonna beat me and my brother. Ain't too many gonna, man. You can biasly just because you might know a name better, but if you listen to it just for the context and the, you know what I'm saying, the creativity, man, I'm a pin a bunch of them in the corner, and I still stand on that. You know what I mean? I stand on that, like for real, man. You'll be a fool to listen to someone who wants to be admitted to an insane asylum, and I know you ain't no fool, man, by no stretch. It's just like, man, Monique, appreciate you listening. Y'all ever heard the guilt trip? Yeah, yes, Link. Nate, let's rap battle. Oh my goodness, that's my type of talk. She talks shit about any man who rejects her advances. Man, Blue, man, it's like I made a mistake. Hard for a real solid dude to make it in the industry with all the bullshit they want you to do. That's not pleasing to your soul and integrity. Man, thank you. That's not pleasing. I totally understand, man. That's it. It's like, man, but this character, when I first started this, I was trying to figure it out, and I'm like, man, I'm listening to everybody else telling me how I should do this or how I should come this way, how I should gravitate to this side and gravitate. So I'm just willing and dealing and feeling my way through and still trying to be me at the same time. So I dealt with some figures on here that I would never deal with for real. Just because in my mind, they was on here already. So they know the game, they know how to maneuver and get through this shit. So they start trying to massage me and move me this way and show me this and show me that. And throughout the process, I'm still being me. But then I'm dealing with people that I normally, and dealing with energy that I don't even, you know what I'm saying, deal with. But I'm like, man, if I had to talk to you 15 minutes out of this day, it ain't that bad because they doing X, Y, Z. They did this. They sent me $3,000 laptops. They sent me all kind of equipment, and I took it and did not need no help getting it. Buffoonery on my part. Foolishness on my part. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting on, so I'm like, all right, shit, fuck it. I'm like, and I just seen the other guys that then played the games, and I'm like, man, I'm a Chicago Rilla. And you understand? I come from Pimp City, you know? My city is called Pimp City. And I'm like, man, fuck it. If you're gonna give a blessing, I'm gonna take a blessing, I'm gonna use it productively and it would never make you look any kind of way, would never dangle it over your head. So I would never do that. But I received something from somebody I should never have received the hello from. You know what I'm saying? And when I told my wife, because in the beginning, I said, I'm gonna keep this one from the wifey. Stupid is, stupid does, right? I said, I'm gonna keep this one, keep it tucked on the low. And then I'm starting to see the energy that's floating around, and I'm like, man, let me Cause I ain't gonna never let my baby walk around the corner and get blindsided. I'm like, man, baby, this what happened. Man, extra nice. Want to give me this to help me get my podcast. She said, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, man, but I ain't gonna ever see him. You know what I'm saying? I might talk to her 5-10 minutes every 3, 4, whatever. She said, man, cut that shit off. So wife would say, cut it off. We cut it off. And I'm like, man, baby, come on, hold up. You know we some hustlers by nature. If I have to drop that, how you doing today, man? If I had to drop that baritone for about 10 minutes and that moistens your areas, and I get cash apps, I ain't mad about it. But the wifey said, man, fuck that. So I had to say fuck that. On top of, if I was younger, in my younger days, I'd have ran it up. In my older days, that ain't even where my mind said at. But I took the bait in the beginning, and that was foolishness on my behalf. But you live and you learn, and I can take all my hits straight on the chin. You know what I'm saying? 1,000% honest. That was stupid on my part because I already had seen I saw how it was going to play out anyway because I saw all the other victims before me. So, yeah, my arm is strong as hell, but who am I to think this shit was going to go any different? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, keep it real. Got to keep it real with myself. That was foolishness on my part. And then the wife would have said, fuck it, run it up. You know what I mean? I'd have ran it up, but the wife be like, well, come on, we ain't finna play them type of games. That you can hear that motherfucker's on some crazy shit. I fucking around have to empty my clip. And I'm like, yeah, you're about right. So as soon as, man, when I say, and I politely, man, you know, I'm married, just can't, it seems like you're trying to go elsewhere. This ain't where I'm, man, and that shit turned into the Tasmanian devil around this motherfucker. I'm like, what? And I don't even know how long, probably about 6 months. I might have got 3 1 hour, 45-minute videos a day done on me. How can you do that much content on somebody you have never met, never been on a phone call over 10 minutes, never, nothing, and came with a whole diary of who I'm supposed to be? And I'm like, the wife started feeling some type of way, so I fell back. And at this time, my channel was starting to climb. My channel was climbing at this time. Excuse me. And my wife, she was like, man, my wife is ready on some, all right, let's go roll up. Let's go find this bitch and then we gonna put it on live and just wire her shit up. That's where my wife was at with it. And had every right to feel that way. And if wife say, let's go, I'm riding with the wife. We gonna go test something up and man, we'll deal with the repercussions later. Cause that come before any of that BS. You know what I'm saying? So I just, man, let me fall back. And I know you remember, but I fell back and let my channel like deteriorate for real. And my shit was climbing at this time. And it's like, man, I had the traction going because it was like, man, I don't get on here saying no. You know what I'm saying? And man, most of the time, if anybody just come with an open mind and a open heart, I gravitate to most people. I've been like that my entire life because I'm not phony. I don't know how to play like it. If I like something, I like it. If I don't like it. And man, I'm respectable to everybody all the time. It's not a front. That's who I am. I just like, man, I demand to be respected at all times. So I'm gonna always give that in return. So you know what I'm saying? So that was totally my hiccup, stupidity on my part, playing a game that I'm way past playing, and tried to finagle my way into some shit to try to get in the name of trying to figure this YouTube shit out. And it cost me as far as like the energy I had going with the crowd, the content that I was coming up with. And I let that shit put a black eye on me and a stain and made me fall back. And I ain't never in my life did no fucking running. I ain't never in my life did no running. I had clown ass niggas on here talking shit in the chat like I'm a sucker. And I'm like, man, if they do something in real life, man, I had ass around here looking like raccoon eyes around this motherfucker. For real. You know what I'm saying? Why they talking all crazy around here, man? But I'm like, man, that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? So I had to eat it. Then, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, let me go on and get back on my thing. And I refuse to even comment on that type of shit because that, man, you can't. Nobody in real life had ever, and I've lived in a lot of different states, a lot of different cities. I've been around a lot of different people, man. Nobody in real time, in real life, will ever get on here and say anything foul about me because I'm not a foul dude. I'm not a foul dude. I'm very loyal. Sometimes loyal to a fault. But if I say I love you, I mean I love your ass for real, for real. If I say you my brother or my sister, I mean you my brother or my sister for real, for real. And ain't nothing gonna ever happen to you that ain't gonna happen to me if I'm anywhere in the presence of breathing the same air that you breathing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. That's just who I am. Let me catch some of these. Hell, Blue, you know me. Hug me, baby. Oh, here you go, Ronnie. You up in here trying to do some old smooching and shit. Come on, man. Yeah, I salute, old guy. Let's go eat. Man, Big Cat, what up, what up? That jacket be sold out. What would have happened? Man. If I'd have sold out as far as what? Big Cat. Peace and light to the chat. The word, man, what's up, word? What it do? Man, so wifey could sense she was, man, wifey knew from the rip. Well, man, she knew off the rip, Monique. Nate, how many I know you've lifted. Man, she knew off the rip. She was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you go, see, wifey G like me. Wifey stand up. She ain't got no cut cards. She said, if you go get one, let's get a good one. At least get one you can see. At least be some eye candy, something. Wifey like, you gonna go get a, from the way the picture, it's somebody that's painting a picture of somebody they think they might want to be or something. You know what I mean? So wifey like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? And I had to apologize and fess up and, you know what I mean, be the man that I am and make sure my wife understand this had nothing to do with you. This is all about, you know how us men do. We do stupid shit from time to time, especially when it comes to the opposite sex like the females. Females will have us do some dumb shit even if we ain't have no intentions of even breathing in a direction. You know what I'm saying? For real. From LA to the Shy, Moni, yes, you already know it. Riverside, Pomona, Rancho Cucamonga, Banning, California, man, what up? Those are, man, my feet are planted in all these different parts, and I got somebody on here telling me I ain't who I am. Tell me I ain't really from the south side of Chicago, I can't, but she said Cabrini Greens Projects. I'm from Stateway Garden Projects, 3651 South Federal, apartment 1411. That's it. And ain't nobody ever gonna challenge that other than her, that I'm not who I say I am. And the only thing that really disturbed me about it, she put a picture of my deceased brother up there, right? And I don't lie about anything. I have no reason to, because I ain't ashamed of shit. I've told a story on here. How when I found out my brother was sick, my brother died from AIDS. So she put up a picture of my brother trying to bash me because my brother passed away from AIDS. How the fuck does that put a stain on me? That's the type of mentality. This is the person that, man, you empty a 45 in their mouth. That's the type of person it is. And I'm non-violent. You understand what I'm saying? But certain shit you don't say out your mouth. Certain shit you don't. If you put your feet in a certain puddle of water, your ass might get wet. You know what I'm saying? You just might get wet. West Coast and yeah, oh yeah. I still got some homies there that, man. What I tell you. Man, you got ideas, some money, because I send you some music. I got a song called Cali. And I put my whole California experience in this one song, man, and it's that. You know what I mean? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Sip shooting, brother, man. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely do. But it's like, man, I had one of the brothers hit me like, man, yeah, you know, if you go in, you got to go all the way in. I'm like, I don't even pay certain shit like it. I'm in the older space where, man, if you get a chance, man, send it to me or let me know what it is so I can send you this music so you can really listen to it and get, you know what I mean? Air Blue to heard some of my creativity. I still say I'm one of the goats. And until somebody proves me otherwise, which I have not seen yet, and I take my talents up the ladder as far as they have to go, I think I'm one of the goats. Me and my brother's one of the goats. I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been proven wrong yet. It's Moni Kid. I'm gonna send that to you as soon as I end this. That's my word. And then, man, give me your honest opinion next time, man. Honest opinion on how you like it. And let me explain it. Everything 100% written arranged, produced. Only thing we didn't do was master it. So everything on there is all me and my brother, 100%. You know what I mean? 100% us. And that's after that one debacle that we did, we made it our business. Nobody else. After I got out of my California contract and shit, we was determined where our fate was going to be in our own hands. We are going to do the music that we want to do. We're going to use the type of music we want to use. We're going to use the type of lyrics and concepts that because I can't, and everybody asked me what type of rap I do. When I was younger, they called it gangster rap because I had a harder edge when I was younger. But now I call it soul trap. That's the type of music I do. Soul trap. And it stands for sending out universal love through rhythm and poetry. That's the type of music I do. I always stay independent. Jack off. Yes, man. Yes, yes, yes. And again, sending out universal love through rhythm and poetry. That's the type of music. That's the category. I'm in a category all by myself, me and my broski. You know what I mean? Because it's like, man, mine's like a little bit of gumbo. I'm from the Midwest. I'm a Chi-Town. I'm a Chi-Town gorilla by heart, born and bred. I got so many years of this East Coast up in me that I got 20 plus years of that East Coast in me. I got 10 plus years of that West Coast in me. And I was in the streets out West the same way out East. And the crazy part is I've done more in other states in the streets than I've done in my hometown. That's the crazy part. I've done more shit out of state, out of town, and different I've done things in other countries more than I've done in Chicago itself. You know what I mean? And that's hard to do for a lot of people. That's what I want to fuck with universal love. That's it, man. That's it. You know, man. It travels well, and it travels everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It travels well, and it travels everywhere. And it's like, man, that's the concept I live by. And it's like, man, but this one, like, man, I'm like kind of the jaw jacking. That ain't nothing to me, cause man, I've seen I know how to zone people out, but I'm like, man, the part about my bro, that rubbed my belly a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing to move me. It's just to show you how ignorant some people still is in this world. And some people will say, I tell everybody, say what you mean and mean what you say. Because you just might trip across that person that you said something out of your mouth to. Very vile and disrespectful. And some people will try to slap your mouth off. I'm one of them. I am one of those. And I do not condone touching no woman. I am not about that, but this ain't no damn woman. This vile, he, she, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? But certain things you say when you put yourself in a certain position and you say certain things out of your mouth, sometimes you might wind up whistling without your fucking chiclets. You know what I'm saying? For real. Sometimes you might lose your chiclets for saying certain shit out your mouth to certain people. But it's like, man, other than that, all others, that shit is like one ear right out the other one, and it's just irritating. It's irritating that people sit there and listen to it. That's more irritating than her actually sitting there. Because I say, damn, she could be a great novel writer. For her shit to just keep going and going and going and going and going, and the shit don't stop. Bet you should have about 100 novels out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm not damn man yak. That's what I'm fucking with. Universal law. That's right, man. All day, man. It's like, man, and it's like you just come up some of the shit that come up with, and I'm like, man, who really sits over there and can listen to that when the track record shows you that is. I guess it's for the entertainment of the ear. I guess you know what I'm saying. I don't even know, and I can't listen to bullshit, but so long. Anyway, myself. So y'all must be some bullshit ass people to sit there and listen to that shit over and over and over and over. And you know what I mean? Everybody can't be that bad where you are the only person ever getting the vilest part of everybody that you ever come across. You're getting the worst of anybody you've ever spoken to. You are the Wah, holier than thou around this motherfucker, right? When everybody know your ass is a devil in disguise, man. She walking around here with the halo around her fucking head. Get the fuck out of here. Excuse me, people, man. Excuse me. Man. But man, I just wanted to, man, just vent a little bit. Because after I'm talking to the wife, I'm like, damn. She's sitting there saying this, and I'm like, man, babe, I haven't even told, you know what I mean? Like the Dice interview, the interview I did on Dice's. If anybody haven't seen it, go to the Big Dice channel, man, and check out the interview, man. Very good interview. He interviewed me on there. And I gave a lot on there, but I didn't even give half of the stuff that I've done. And I'm sitting there, man, after I was talking to my guy about this that night, and I got to talking to the wifey. I'm like, damn, babe, I got to just talking about shit. And I looked up, it was 3 hours later, just talking to my wife about shit that I did. And she said, baby, how the hell you didn't? Because it's so much, I got so much up here. And I told her, I'm like, man, if I told some of the stuff that I've done, if I really got on here and told it in depth of how much of certain things I've done, the people wouldn't believe me. They would think I was fucking lying. They would think I was lying because I've done some stuff that most people would lie about doing. I've done some stuff that people fantasize about doing. You know what I mean? I've done some from where. That's why I'm a living testament of survival. Because from where I started and the expectations of what was expected from me, from the base of who I was originally born as, for the places I've been, the people I've seen, the people I've met, and the elbows and shit that I've rubbed, and I can go back to every single one of them, chin up, chest out, no smut on my name, no crook in my spine, no stains on my jacket. I'm a success story. Even not, I didn't get to the degree of the entertainment field that I wanted to, but man, I'm a success story, man, because I take care of my moms. I take care of my kids. I even help my brothers and sisters the best I can, and I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't ask. I don't need. I ain't a big in hand for nobody, and I help as many people as I can throughout the process because I know what it's like to be one of those have-nots. You know what I'm saying? And if I give you something, you ain't never got to worry about the motherfucker around the corner talking about what I gave you, because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. And I never dangle nothing over nobody's head to ask and beg me for anything. I never dangle over your head for me to be quiet. I don't get down like that. I hate bullies. I've always hated bullies. I can't stand a bully. That shit bothers me since school. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a kid. So certain stuff I don't do, and certain stuff I don't respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a different dude, man. I'm a different dude for real. It's like, man, and that so he said, man, Yak, if anybody really didn't know you, they think your ass was crazy. And I'm like, I said, I pretty much was. but the chances I took and the things I've done and the way that I did them, I probably was out of my damn mind. You know what I'm saying? But I survived it, and I'm still here in my right frame of mind, clear throat. I ain't never been violated. I didn't sell my soul. Knock on wood, I did not sell my soul. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And I can still walk up in any of them doors as a man. You know what I'm saying? I can still walk back in any of them places that I turned down or got rejected at with my chin up, chest out like a man. For real. And I've had every fucking fishing rod throughout there for me to try to take my manhood from me, and I refused it. Man. That's shit, man. Come on, man. And I had a passion to show my creativity, but I ain't have a passion to lose me in the process. You know what I'm saying? For real. And that's what held me back. Talent, but man, talent was never the problem. It was me having morals. It was me having you know what I mean? Having a heart, man. And it was me, man. I went to church as a kid, you know what I'm saying? I had God in my fucking heart, man. Excuse me, combining them two together, but I'm just being for real. I couldn't have had no black heart, man. For real. And sometimes you have to turn your heart and your soul and your spirituality off dealing with that industry, man. And I ain't know how to do that shit. I went to that damn baller party, man, and they got the chicken You had to have that money in your pocket to go upstairs. And when I got upstairs, some of the shit I was saying, I don't even think I want to be up here. You know what I mean? I was a nasty nigga when I was little. I tried to hit everything under the sun. And man, it did too many juices and all kind of shit flying around in there for me around. No. I don't think I want to be up here. I'm never going to wake up. I laid down with Mary and Helen, and I wake up with Michael and Henry. Not going to be, Jack will not get me. You will not get me. I couldn't go. I could not go. So, I had a moral compass that, man, I wasn't bending, I wasn't breaking. And, man, it's just that simple, man. I stay moderately praised. I take the respect, and I take the real, honest answers on, man, liking my music and my creativity for what it is, man, instead of, I don't need to go worldwide. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what I got to do, is go worldwide. Yeah. I'll be a local joker. For real. Like, no joke. But it's like, man, that's all, man. I just wanted to vent a little bit tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hope, man, how was everybody, man? Holiday today, man. Hope everybody ate real good, man. We built a What up? Appreciate you, man. Definitely, fam. Definitely. DBN, man. What it do? Wait a minute, say that again on it? What? That's what I fuck with. Universal love. But it's like, man, that's about it. Man, realest one, what it do, broski? But it's like, man, that's about it, man. I refuse to sell my soul on here, man, to get to 1,000 and stuff. Man, I will never do none of that shit, man. Cause I ain't on here for the bread anyway. I'm on here for like, man, how we build a we, man. Bro on here he been through enough in life where he ain't finna say no sucker shit out his mouth just to get somebody to get over there. And I respect that about bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, sir, I'm not finna get over here tap dancing, singing, and Lionel Richie and around this motherfucker to get somebody over here and listen to my channel, man. I ain't finna be walking around here doing no Chinese splits and all that shit. Coming over here with wave, greasy oil and shit, oil all up and down my back, all up in my booty and stuff. I ain't doing none of that shit, man. I can't go. I'm not going to get nobody over here looking at my shit. If you come, man, I thank you, love you, I appreciate you, man, and I never take it for granted. But if you don't come, you missing out on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no joke, man. Like, dead ass. But it's all good, man. The wifey, I got to get out of here, man. The wifey got me a couple cocktails and shit. Now I done put on the back burner and she about over here. She got smoke coming out of her ears like a bull right now. So I got to go over here and be nice. For real. We need y'all out here. We need real OG, man. I appreciate it, dude. For real. YouTube, wild and toxic, man. It really is, man. It's like people be expecting me to roll around in that dirt with them, man. I'm not going to do it, man. Because I don't know how to play fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I wasn't good playing tag when I was little. Damn, she ain't about to be good at playing tag now, man. For real. Man, good night to you too, brother, man. I appreciate everybody, man. For real. DBN, thank you. Like, realest one, you already know, man. Ronan, man, thank you, Grace. I appreciate you. I really do. Realest one, man. We build a we. You already know it's love. Monique Hill. I'm about to send that to you too. I got you. L Blue. Day one, baby. Day one, you know? For real. Nate the Great, man, everybody, 22 Ronan, man, Big Cat, everybody, man, I appreciate y'all. I never take it for granted. I never take it for granted because y'all gonna be spending your time anywhere else, but y'all chose to rock out here with your boy, man, and I appreciate that. For real, man. Big Dice, I hate you miss me, bro. You already know what it is. With us, we'll tap in on the back end, though. But, man, I appreciate everybody giving me your ear, man. And y'all know what I live by, man. You ain't got to respect me, but you will not disrespect me, man. And I live by that, and I mean that because I never disrespect you first. You feel me? So I'll get y'all on the next one, man. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. We out. Appreciate y'all, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next one, man. Everybody be safe. One.